Firstly, thank you for engaging with me in the comments section, um, for viewing the video, for liking, and for subscribing. It's really good to hear that it's of some use to you, and it's really good to see all of your enthusiasm and your dedication towards architecture. That's really, really inspiring, actually. The entire reason that I made this video series was so that I could give a bit of help or a bit of guidance to prospective architecture undergrads, because I know how tricky it is. It's not really a field that many people know too much about. It's very new and you don't know what you're doing and you feel like you're completely on your own. And there's not much time and there's so much pressure and the standards are so high. So yeah, I just really wanted to make a video sharing my experiences. So this is part of this video series is sort of part of a bigger website which has even more information aimed at prospective architecture students, and I'm going to show you about the website and link to the website now in this video. So in the description is a link to the website, so when you click on it, it will take you straight to the homepage. So it's called the Architecture Agora. This is the Architecture Agora website, which I've made in collaboration with Sana Tabassum from To Scale. And the idea is this is an accumulation of information and opinion from architecture graduates and students about their course in university. And the aim is to provide accurate and reliable information beyond what is available on course websites or league tables for prospective students, because when we were applying for architecture courses, we had to rely kind of heavily on league tables, and those are not an accurate representation of what course is the best fit for you, because architecture courses do vary a lot, and it's really important to have a look around and find the course that will work for you, especially because architecture is very, very expensive, very intensive, and you'll be giving up a lot of time for the next 3 years when you start your degree. So once you've clicked on the link, this is the home page, and let's say you wanted to know more about University of Greenwich, you click on the University of Greenwich, and then you scroll down, you read about the modules, the approach, student support, graduate prospects, facilities, and it's kind of, so comments, links, it's kind of similar for most of the universities. The comments are the bit that you kind of need to take with a pinch of salt, because, for example, Central St Martin's, the tags are very useful as well. They will immediately you look at this and you know that there's international trips, there's a lecture series, there are one-to-one projects, and when you scroll down you have more information. You've got links as well. There's a lot of comments in CSM which clearly it's written to take with a pinch of salt, and that's because these haven't been written by one graduate or two graduates. Several graduates from the same course have edited and put in their opinions for these reviews, so they become quite helpful. And there's postgraduate courses here as well. So that's the homepage, but you can also go onto the real review page, which makes it slightly easier to see the tags as well. You can just, at first glance, you see the tags and you know, okay, so this is what I'm looking for. You can actually search for the tags. So let's say I wanted somewhere that has 24-hour library. There we go. I've already got the unis that have 24-hour libraries. It's also worth mentioning that thumbnails are actually student work. So they're pieces of work from either graduates or current students at these universities, and that also gives you an idea of the kind of work that's been done at these courses. So like, for example, the Bartlett, you can immediately see that it's quite creative and imaginative, almost abstract a little bit. Other places have a bit more of a focus on digital work, some places have a bit more of a focus on hand drawing, but it's also a nice way of celebrating the incredible graduates who have given up their time to write up these reviews. Scroll to the bottom of the page, you can put in questions, so you can click edit, but you have to create an account. But let's say you've created that account, you can type in a question at the bottom of this page, and one of the graduates or myself or Sana will answer them for you. So there's some quite interesting, you might be worth going through this, like what is IRIB, ARB, it's a professional accreditation. Yeah, and some of the questions are quite specific, so this question is clearly aimed at the University of Huddersfield, this question that's aimed at Central St Martin's. It's worth having a look. If you also don't want to edit the Notion page, or you don't want to, I know a lot of you have emailed me directly, and if you don't want to do that, you can edit on the Google Docs, which is obviously you don't have to create an account for the Google Doc, you can just, or I think most of, I'm actually not sure, but it's a lot more accessible, I know. And right at the bottom of Google Docs, you can see the document. You can see the question parts, and you can just type in a question, and one of us will answer, because I check both of these documents quite regularly. Okay, so the other components are, if you're looking to do an art foundation, we've also got a few reviews for different art foundations in London, and this one's in Cambridge. About Us is about why we started this, and these are some testimonials from people within the industry. So A-level students, gap year students, architects themselves have actually really found this informative, and it's been quite well received from different people in the industry. Yeah, so this is explaining why we shouldn't rely on league tables and how you should go about picking your course, which a rough guide would be, or if you have a location preference, that would be your first parameter and the first thing that you use to refine your choices. Then you kind of, if you want to be an architect, you want to pick a course that's RIBA that has ARB and RIBA accreditation. And then you have to think about what you're interested in and look through the reviews. So if you're interested in the social aspects of architecture, then Cambridge or CSM would be perfect. But if you're interested in experimental aspects of architecture, so looking at how you can visually represent your project and do stuff that's very experimental, imaginative, the Bartlett would be really good. So that's a very crude example, but if you look through the reviews, it'll be more detailed, more helpful. Okay. So these are links to Scale, which is where Sana's website is, and that has a lot of useful tips and tutorials. And the final tab is Recommended, which has been made in collaboration with Lizzie Lau, another architecture graduate. So it's while you're developing your portfolio or getting ready for interview, you might want to know about different things that make you a more interesting architecture person, or even if you don't have that agenda, just this is a page where you can learn more about places to visit, whether they're exhibitions, galleries, different programs and projects that are available in London, primarily in London, but other parts of the country as well, podcasts, artists and architects. So just these are a list of people that different students have just said they are their favourite architects or favourite artists to look at. Okay, I hope that's helpful, and of course you can look at the different YouTube videos that you already are looking at. Sketchbooks, Bartlett Task, and undergraduate applicant portfolio. More is to come onto this page. If you have any comments or any suggestions, we'd love to know. You can put it into the comment section or email me directly, as some of you have. I might be a little bit slow in replying, or if you have any questions, I might be a little bit slow in replying because I do work full time and I have quite a few external commitments on top of that, but I will get to you, and it's great to hear from you, so thank you.